Hello to my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Leos. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's going on out here in your cards. What is going on? Leos rule fifth house. Fifth house. Fifth house encompasses creativity, play, and leisure. It's where our activities here bring joy, delight. That's right, serving to reinforce a sense of being of special and unique individuals. Children come under this house, as do romance and gambling, right? Find out what your zodiac sign is in your fifth house. Leo's rule fifth house, but find out what your zodiac sign is in fifth house, right? As you're learning about houses in your own birth chart. Because you're breaking some kind of generational cycle chain and curse in your own family, and you need to stay focused. So you only be focused on anything else, trying to save everybody else outside of your family. You need to focus on what's going on in your family. Let's get it. All of my relationships are harmonious. Speak it into existence and put it into practice. All of my relationships are harmonious. That's right. You're not trying to compare by being ruthless, calling people garden tools and all this other craziness. You just, like I said, or you will be judged because people will be saying, going to throw the same shade back at you. Here's a page of, there's other people out there waiting to send a message to you. The source is saying all of your relationships being harmonious, make it so. Make your relationships harmonious. Be in harmony with self, meaning be in harmony with your past. Be in harmony with your past. So we have some pretty shady spirits out here. So I'm talking about low vibrating fire signs who can't wait to light you up. They can't wait, Leo. So keep your vibrations high. Keep your disposition sunny, very positive. Pour into you. Balance. Balance. All right. Yep. That's it. Another Leo. Another Leo or an Aries. They can't wait to come up to pounce on you. They cannot wait. Shall. Like when you look at this right here. So you may be a prayer warrior today. But see this lion behind this energy? Just like they got people waiting to pounce on them. This one can't wait to pounce on you. So source is saying to you, you got some energies around you that's very familiar with your past, right? So they're saying, yeah, you may be in high priestess energy today. You may be highly intuitive today, but they can't wait. And that's their way of like controlling you, like keeping you in a state of fear. If you do X, Y, and Z, we about to, put a paw on your shoulder, remind you, don't get too big for your britches. That's what, that's what somebody is trying to remind you, like, okay, we see your fire is lit. We see you lit, right? Like the generation saying, okay, we see that you lit, but don't get too lit, okay? Okay. So when y'all tuned into this channel, I'm like, Leo's turned down for what? No, turn up for real. Turn up because everybody is getting exposed. Sources like, oh, everybody want it. Everybody's family is getting exposed. Literally everybody. So yeah, you're not going back to turning down. And I'm talking about high vibrational, not comparing yourself to somebody else's family. We're talking about high vibrational because somebody can't wait to pounce. And people already talking now. People like, let them just leap. Just take a leap. If their legs even look like a leapfrog. Say, please. baby, please. That's what somebody is saying. Look, somebody that you're in the same circle with is somebody who said they have your back from your past. This is somebody that you've talked to. It's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They cannot wait to jump. They like, give too big for your britches if you want to. Okay, go ahead and take a leap out there, leapfrog, whoever this is. Yeah. So, if somebody wants to remain financially independent, somebody likes financial independence. They know that you like financial independence. And so, but somebody absolutely sees you as competition. And this is in your own family. They see you as competition. So it's time to look around, right? Somebody now is wishing they had walked away from something. They're like, dang, I have eyes in the back of my head. Something told me I should have just walked away. When I heard people talking about people behind their back, I should have just walked away. When I heard somebody talking about somebody's mental health issues behind their back and, plotting and planning about somebody's financial independence, I should have gotten myself up and I should have just walked the heck out. But somebody's ready to leap now. I don't know who this is, but somebody is ready to leap. If somebody feels like you're not coming back into a fold, it's something about you, Leo, used to kind of go along with the flow, right? In order for you to get to 10th house, in order for you to get to your 10th house, something about you, so just so we're crystal clear. So you are rule 5th house, but 10th house is about career and vocation. So in order for you to get to your 10th house, somebody used to go along with the flow, right? You were willing to be taught certain things, right? So 10th house is about it's a place of culmination and fruition. So it describes our public image, shaping what we do for a living, our role in the wider world. Here we reach for achievement and success, and it's our true calling, right? But somebody is feeling like, okay, now all of a sudden a flame has been lit up under you, and you just, acting like you so godly, because what's hidden in here is, Aries, which is the Emperor card, right? So somebody is starting to have this total recall of like, okay, you know, I need to, light a torch. I need to, be more, like, represent source more, or the creator or God, right? And so there's always somebody lurking in the past. Y'all know how it's it's really not funny, but it's always like people always want to remind you of your past. Because I remember you used to do such and such, right? That's these people right here, because they feel like once you do something on your own, you're not coming back. And this is where um, these energies are trying to put you in survival mode. And so, because a flame has been lit in you, like basically, like you're like, okay, this is a generational curse cycle chain I'm breaking here. You're a protector energy. A light has been lit in you, something that your ancestors have prayed for in terms of your high priestess gifts. Somebody is very comfortable, in the public eye. Like somebody is very comfortable. Like most, I mean, like a lot, I can't say most, but a lot of Leos are, right? Like give y'all room, give y'all space, right? And so some energies I want to remind you kind of like of your past, right? So yeah, and they have no emotion, none. Is Queen of Swords here. They fan the flame, but they feel like they got the power to put that flame right on out. Like they're gonna come through with the big shoe, put that flame right on. Like, for like, get too big for your britches if you want to. So whoever this energy is, this is a loved one, and so you need to make the connection. You need to make the connection because it's somebody that, like I said before, this is somebody that you love, but somebody's like, okay, don't get too high and mighty. So you're having a total recall. You're having a total recall of just kind of purpose. Source is bringing some things back to you that no matter how big you get, how much money you get, your arms are too short, still too short to box with God. And somebody is basically saying if something is their way or the highway, and source is like, you need to point to the highway for them. Whoever they are, you need to point to the highway with them because you are somebody is being called to a higher purpose, and this high priestess gifts that you have here, that you have, and so it's just like you getting too many downloads. You were baited into something. You could have been baited into something, right? You could have been baited into something, but so it's saying now you're starting to have a total recall into just like, wow, when I heard people talking about people behind their back, that's when I should have did an about face and said, okay, yep, nope, I don't want to hear that. Saw something to a burning bowl and said, okay, that had nothing to do with me. I need to go ahead and just move on. I need to move on with my life. I need to pray about it because something about your energy is high vibrational. If somebody was lying behind somebody's back, here we had the Ten of Swords here, but somebody's thriving. And there's somebody sitting there fanning the flames, child, singing where them fans at. But they was fanning the flames. And so Source is saying to you, yeah, because they've been doing something behind somebody's back and somebody's been feeling it. This is the communication. We're talking about this fish right here on the back. Somebody's been doing something to somebody's child behind their back, right? And here we have, and we talking full moon. We had a full moon in Capricorn on the 9th/10th in Capricorn, right? And these are energies where people have been carrying people on their backs, not really knowing what was going on behind their backs, right? Secretly, what they were involved in behind their backs, right? And so now all of a sudden, you're having a tower moment. You're having some kind of an awakening. Like, who the heck are these people involved? What are they into? What are they into? Whoever these energies are, you're now asking, what the heck are they into? So somebody is waking up. Somebody is waking up. This financial independence does not always mean that somebody is rich. Okay. That's an assumption. That is an assumption, right? A lot of people are operating in their gifts and they could be rich in their spiritual gifts, but on in bank, all of that, they may not have a whole lot of money. They may be living from paycheck to paycheck, but spiritually, in terms of their gifts, they may be, they may have enough like billionaire status in the spiritual realm, right? And so somebody is really learning that these energies who helped you get to your north node are quickly starting to talk about pulling you back into something, like you were baited into something. They're like, okay, well, we already know what this energy's demons are. They like to have people have their backs and stuff, you know. So clean your space. Time for you to clean your space, your spiritual space, meaning that you've allowed death to come across your doorstep. Something, a spirit of death, meaning the type of arrogance that comes across your doorstep, right? This is where the judgment is going to go away for you. Somebody used to judge people's high priestess gifts until you realize, oh my God, I inherited the same gifts. Like I have psychic gifts too. I'm starting to wake up to. I'm starting to remember who I inherited. It was in the womb. It could have been from both sides of your family, right? Now somebody is breaking away from the judgmental spirit of like, okay, I didn't notice before in this year 9. I'm awakening to my own gifts. Like why did I turn down? Why did I dim my own light around people who were jealous, who were envious of me? Who did that? That's what somebody's starting to have a total recall of some things. Somebody's having a total recall. It's a Virgo involved in something, right? Somebody is saying, and this is somebody's family. Basically, like, don't get too big for your britches, because we had your back the whole time, while they were also talking about you behind your back, because they mirror that same energy with anybody that they feel like is going towards their north node. And so Source is saying, but this is where the power of Source comes in, where people realize their arms are too short to box with God. The same way they were not able to stop other people, they won't be able to stop you. They cannot keep you boxed in, whoever you are. They cannot keep you boxed in. So here's the moon card. They hang out with dark wolf energy, right? And so this is where you need to enlighten people, right? Of secrets. This is someone's purpose right here. You need to enlighten people of people's secrets. They always got to physically have somebody there to back them up that's in survival mode also. They got to put somebody in survival mode and then have somebody else to back them up that's also in survival mode. So everybody in the group is in survival mode on go, right? And people know that. That's why when some people leave, they don't come back. That's why they got to bait them into something. They got to use by any means necessary. They'll use their kids, their mama, their daddy, their job, their whomever. And sort of saying, you got enough information to shine a light on something, and fear can't be one of the options. This is where you have faith in God for real, total faith. Because it's an organization. Something about a Taurus moon. Somebody has a Taurus moon. A Taurus moon and a parent. That's a high priestess energy, and you got some information on some stuff, right? A tower coming down. People can act confused if they want to because the decision has already been made. I'm telling y'all, when you operate in purpose, you don't have a reason to be afraid of human at all. You could be standing by yourself when you feel like you got God behind your back. You ain't operating in fear. So it's just saying, get into it. Something is going on in your own family. It's time to wake up. Get into it. People talking about people's words going to be used against them. Okay. So it's that in your own family, is a generational cycle chain and curse needs to be broken. Something has ended already. So it's like that's an indicator. Okay, time to wake up. Look at your own family. Something has already ended. There's too many humiliation ceremonies going on. Too many humiliation ceremonies going on. And for everybody that's quiet, guess what? Kids are being born, grandkids are being born, all this stuff is being born, and somebody's waiting for something to land on their front door. And source is saying to you, make sure all your relationships are harmonious. And source saying that's what you're praying for. So send me energies who are in alignment with their calling on their lives. So they can keep me enlightened. People who are running with people who are enlightening people, not people who are keeping people in the dark. Y'all got people out here that will take pictures with people, right? Y'all know what I'm saying. When you're operating in North Node, you don't have to be celebrity, but people will take pictures with you before you get to North Node because they'll know that you headed towards North Node. They know that some kind of celebrity like star is shining on you, and they'll take a picture with you, and they'll make sure that picture is circulated. Oh, I took a picture with so and so. I know so and so because I know you. We friends and this and that. Somebody could have taken a picture with somebody one time, and that's it. Okay, one time for the one time. Like for real, somebody could have taken a picture with somebody one time and that's it, right? So it's saying stop falling for the bait. Stop falling for the bait and get away from something fast. Get focused. Yeah, we all got a picture together. We hang out together. Y'all know how people talk. Oh, they talk about people behind their back. Oh yeah, I know so and so name dropping. Don't know nobody. Don't know Nair. Don't know no don't know a thing. Don't know a thing. Don't know nobody. Talking about I know somebody. Yeah, everybody knows somebody that knows somebody, right? But they don't really know. So it's just saying, look, you need to get away from certain energies. Oh yeah, I know, and then because they become familiar with stuff. They become familiar. People putting stuff on social media, them flying. Oh, somebody's a pilot, somebody flying, baiting into people's conversations and stuff. I know this about them. Yeah, we've been friends for a long time. Ain't nobody friends. Somebody could sit down and talk to somebody one time and never go back because they got what they needed to get. They've been enlightened. They already know who's behind something, baiting somebody into something so they can stay linked to their money. So the source is saying it's time for you to clean your space and wake up because the seed has already planted and it's already coming out the soil. So it's already coming out of the soil. And I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of people. We starting to see stuff on social media right now. It's a small world. It's a lot of people that's connected to a lot of things, and the tower is coming down. And a lot of people are becoming bolder and bolder and bolder about energies in terms of their own family, and they're saying, not exposing or trying to hurt people or whatever the case may be, but people are just wanting to put an end to, just like generational cycles, chains, and curses. But it has to start within somebody's own like core unit, mom, dad, that kind of thing. So it says stop looking outside of all of that. Look within your own house. We run your own front door. So here's this 4 cups here. People keep talking about somebody depressed. Oh, their back is against the wall. They depressed. They done poured out this and poured out that. What they're really talking about is themselves. Because they feel like somebody feels like it's an Aries that's is sharing their emotions, and what they're really talking about is themselves because they are the ones that it's an Aries in somebody's family that's feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling overwhelmed. They feel like their back is against the wall because they feel like something was their way or the highway. Yep. When it came to a Taurus moon, a Taurus moon that they dragged into something that ended up crying, and it ended them emotionally. They, for their own personal gain, they wanted something. They wanted some kind of wish fulfilled for them. Just selfish, straight up selfish. This is in somebody's family. So it's just saying it's time for somebody to wake up. Time to make a decision. Wake up, wake up, wake up, because the towers are falling. This is toxic masculine energy. So it's time to get into divine masculine energy. More money is coming soon. Your ex wants to return. I don't know whose ex that is, but somebody has a demon of lust. You know, somebody has a bitter ex. All this bitterness and exes and all this and spirit of lust and toxic masculine energy, that right there needs to stay out of your house. Here we have the healer and protector of travelers is with you. So basically, wherever you go, whether you're going to the post office, mailbox, down the street, out sitting outside, wherever you're going, you protect it. The angel and angel Raphael is with you. So it's time to open your third eye. Time to do a third eye chakra cleanse. Somebody's an incubus. That's a male sex demon. Here we have it's time to open your vault door. The new one is extra special. Close out the cycle in love. Yeah, close out the cycle in love. Let go and let God. Love up on yourselves more. But yeah, anybody that's on their way to their purpose, their north node, people love to take pictures and say, I know this person, I know that person, I'm familiar with this, I'm familiar with that. Yeah, anybody sitting around just having just, surface conversation. Oh, this person's a pilot. They got their license, or they're getting their license, or they work here, or they this and that. People sitting around, you're just taking notes, listening, so they can go back and tell somebody else. And if they got a picture, they want to circulate. See, this them right here. We all hanging out. We having a good time. We friends. We partying and stuff together. And somebody never come back. You made a positive impact on them. Healed people just move differently, right? Message from your ancestors. You have the gift of premonition. This is forewarning. Source forewarns you through your dreams, through your downloads. It's time to start journaling. Time to start journaling. The source is saying some people assume people are talking about people behind their back. Is that your gift that you're talking about people behind your back when you're getting downloads and dreams? No. Source is down delivering messages to you. Not every single message you hear is about something you personally experienced. Something is like, again, you could have been inspired by something you saw on social media and like, okay, you could have been making some connections, had nothing to do with you per se. The source is trying to wake you up to enlighten other people to operate in your gift. Outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will, release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I'm open to receive. So it's like anybody that's trying to stop you from your purpose, your north node, source is exposing them. Their arms are too short to box of God. In other words, anybody who is threatened by your light, your purpose in life. We're not talking about abuse of power, because if you're around people who are abusing their power, you need to detach. You need to detach. Somebody was in a romantic relationship or in a business partnership with someone who was in a position of power. In other words, they could make a phone call and boom, 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 some stuff could happen, right? But a seed was planted in them very early on, and it just came through the soil. It came through the soil. It's just like, we got your back. If you do such and such and such and such, we'll make something happen for you. But they are surrounded by energies that it's like they're in a jungle. They're literally toxic masculine energy around that type of energy, where people talk about people behind their back, especially if they feel like people aren't coming back, incubus spirits, all of this other stuff. So, just getting familiar. They don't ever get the full anything about somebody. They just go from, they try to connect. They try to make connect the dots. Okay, they talk to this group of people. We got this person's picture. What did y'all learn? Okay, comparing notes. What did you learn about this? They never get the full picture of anything, because when you wake up, so saying something is overwhelming. They never get the full picture of anything. So that's what Source is saying. You need to wake up. Whoever you are, you need to wake up. These familiar spirits, if they're doing this to somebody else and you hear this, you need to detach immediately. I don't care if they're family members or not. You need to detach immediately. Because as soon as they feel like you get out of line, they're going to do the same thing to you. And somebody can be like, well, I don't care. You know, they let them say what they want. Okay. Music. Mm-hmm. Yep. Something around music. Somehow you're attached to something connected to music. It could be the music industry, or something that somebody knows about you is going to bring an end to something. Is going to bring an end to something. So, time to do a third eye chakra cleanse. And so, yeah, some people think that they have a lot of energies that have their back, but these energies are in survival mode. So, and if you happen to be financially independent and these energies want to stay connected to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it's time to number 7 the situation. That's put an end to something. The source has already made something clear that it's time to clean the house. Time to clean house, somebody. That is what I have for you. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is on my website, queenamunra.com. All right, bye.